Hey, this is another one of those games, where you just rely on general economy and a general plan to win rather than executing a build. And I do that most of the time. People always ask me, what was the build that you used to blah 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 blah, and I never know the answer because I don't use builds. I just kind of do stuff and hope it works out. So in this case, I scouted him, and I saw a Rax and 2 gas and nothing else, and no bunker at the front. And so I said, I was basically using my TVZ opening, hoping that he would be close positions, but he was cross positioned. So I'm planning on doing double racks into fast expand and using my early Marines to hold off any sort of obnoxious bainshee pressure or anything like that. I obviously didn't know he was doing this, but basically, if you get enough Marines early on, there's pretty much nothing, especially if you have a bunker, there's pretty much nothing anyone can do until 7 minutes or so to harass you. So I was going to take this expo really quick, but then I realized that without a bunker at the front, I could probably do some damage with these first Marines, and on top of that, and maybe even more important than that, if I push with my early Marines, I felt like it'd buy me the defensive posture in response to my push that would enable me to be able to take the gold. So I'm doing this push at the same time as I'm taking the gold. And army-wise, it's 10 Marines against 4, and we both have the same number of workers. But I don't actually have all 10 Marines here. It's 7 Marines here, and he's got 3 Marines alive, and he's making another one, so like 4. But he pulls all those workers, and these early pushes, workers are so powerful in an early push. So I was hoping to, I was basically just hoping he wouldn't pull his workers and counter, but I did kill 11 workers. So I killed 13 units, he killed 13 units, but the units I killed were all workers. So yeah, we're even on kills, but I killed 11 workers and he only killed 3. So his income is now tiny compared to mine. And this proxy, this was his opening. Was the proxy? Am I paused or something? What's going on? Yeah, okay. So a normal, what he was trying to do was a really quick proxy bainshee, and especially if you do it like this, where you go gas first and proxy the starport, you can get a bainshee to your opponent's base at like 6 minutes and 30 seconds, which is almost a full minute sooner than most people expect a bainshee to show up. Unfortunately, when I showed up at his base with some Marines, he got distracted and didn't even build the tech lab on his starport until really late. So this bainshee is showing up much later than it normally would have. So yeah, I'm just kind of continuing the mass income. Look at 1,500. Ooh, let's do the battle of the incomes. 1,500 income to his 400, and that's pretty sweet. He did a great job with this bainshee of, ooh, it's got 9 kills already. I should probably back up and show. So the bainshee didn't actually show up until a minute and a half late. And so he's just gonna pick off some SCVs and just do generally annoying things. Now the problem with this sort of early bainshee harass is, in order to survive against Marines, you have to kite. But in order to kite Marines, you can't really be killing workers while there are Marines alive. So as long as there's a constant stream of Marines coming at you, you never really get any worker kills. So, I mean, he is killing some workers. But it's still 11, we're still even on worker kills. And I have a gold base, so, you know. Ooh, but then he got cloak, and he's like, I got cloak now, what's up? So these turrets weren't up when the bainshee arrived, but because of the constant flow of Marines forcing the bainshee to kite, I was able to get the turrets up. And look at this, 18 kills from this bainshee, it's pretty sweet. So I'd say this is like as good as you can possibly do with a bainshee. Like, he used it perfectly and got as much as you can possibly get with it. And still, it didn't even catch him up economically to where, you know, we're not even economically yet. So I would say, compared to a blue flame drop and compared to a marine tank push and compared to quickly taking the gold or doing a fast expand, a bainshee, a really quick bainshee, doesn't have the capability to put you as far ahead as all of those other options. He did use it really well though. 20 kills is crazy good. So he's doing the same general thing with this bainshee, but again, I have a bunch of Marines, and I'm about to finish concussive shells. So I already finished Marine health. I don't know that that counts against banshees though. They do 24, so 48. Yeah, it does. It makes the Marines take 3 hits instead of 2 for the banshee. Yeah, so combat shields really helps against banshees. And it's awesome. It's the same thing for Blue Flame Hellions. It makes them take 3 hits instead of 2. So it's like a 50% number of hits boost to both banshees and to Blue Flame Hellions. So this harass, of course, is a little bit annoying, but it's not scary to me because it's actually, I was really happy when I first saw the banshee show up, even though I knew it would take me a second to shoo it away and I might not kill it for a while. It meant he wasn't coming with a Marine tank push, and if he had come with a bunker and a tank outside my door with my Marine Marauder strategy and not having the Zelnaga, I would have died. So as soon as I saw the banshees, I was so happy. I was like, yes, this means he's not doing a tank push. Okay, good. And so yeah, now I'm up to 42 workers. He's got 24. My income is 2,000 to his 500. So it doesn't matter how good your micro is. If your macro is worse, you are worse. This is, you know, the whole point of the mineral drill is this. Like, this is a Masters League really good microer who's doing a great job of using his banshees correctly. He's doing a blue flame drop at the same time as he's doing a tank harass at the same time as he's doing a banshee harass. He's doing awesome things with his macro. But if his macro is behind, it doesn't matter how good his micro is. Because, again, kill tons and tons of workers. So the cool thing about blue flame drops, especially if you do them at the same time as you do other things, is Terran just doesn't have anything that they can leave behind that doesn't take unit space. We're like the only race that can't defend against drops without using units. Like no sunkens, no cannons, none of that crap. So that was pretty sweet. Now I'm down to 8 workers, but he's down to no base. I suppose I should show what was happening, the reason that I let all those blue flame guys kill me. So right here, he's doing this blue flame drop, and he's shown me the tanks up here and the banshee here and the dropship over here, and I'm like, okay, well, if his attention is all focused there, let's kill him! So yeah, I've had a much higher income all game. My army is bigger. And even though it's not a very high-tech army, I don't even have a starport, I don't think, yet. No, I don't. I don't have any tanks. I've got basically just Marine Marauder, like tier 1 units. But if you don't have any defense, that's the end of you, punk. So yeah, he used these Blue Flame Hellions and the Banshee and this attack up here to reduce my SCV count all the way to 8 almost instantly, which is pretty sweet. Both for him and for me, because as I've said a million times, if you have to choose between eliminating someone's income or eliminating somebody's production infrastructure, always go for the production infrastructure. Like in this trade, he killed my income and I killed his production. And I would rather be in my shoes than his, because he can't make more units. He doesn't have a factory, he doesn't have a starport, he doesn't have supply depots, he doesn't have this. So even though my income was reduced to 8 workers, I can spend every penny I pull in. And as my income grows, my production infrastructure is there to support it, to build units with the money I pull in. But when I knock down his production infrastructure, it doesn't matter how much money he gets because he can't spend it. So yeah, dude. So this was another, I'm going to try to beat you just by having a bigger economy game. And I do that a lot. It works pretty good in TvT because boobs. That's all I have to say about that is boobs. So spending on tech and army, I spent 9,400 and he only spent 6,000. So I spent 30% more than him, like a third more than him. So yeah, this was just another game where the income is all that really mattered.